And welcome, college basketball fans. This is where you want to be, right here on 2K Sports. Some great action ahead, and we're happy to have you here along with us for the ride. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got the UConn Huskies taking on the Kansas Jayhawks.
And the thing you love about collegiate sports, the passion, the energy, I mean the competitiveness and that hunger and drive to succeed and show what you have, it's really always a marvel to watch.
No doubt about it, Greg. And seeing these players out here tonight, I remember how the love for the game of basketball in those formative years when I was playing college was so invaluable. I mean, the experience you gain with excellent coaching and mentorship at this level, really a huge part of where you go with your talent.
Now the starting group for the UConn Huskies. They've got Martin, and it's Keefe in at the 2.
Boy, some really big names have come out of the Kansas Jayhawks program into the NBA. A pair of first overall picks in their history. Believe it or not, Wilt Chamberlain wasn't one of them.
And with Freak, he takes a lot of pride in where he hails from. Didn't grow up with a silver spoon in his hand by any means, and his family cheers him on from Harlem.
And, Greg, you can see it in this game. I mean, we're all a product of where we've been, our environment, our experiences. And with Freak, he doesn't take anything for granted. Some of the very best players of all time have come from the projects like Freak, and he takes pride in playing for Harlem when he's on the court.
The Huskies on offense. Here is Dave. Passes it to Keefe. Looking for Splitter. He gets it there. Hits the jump hook. Splitter's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Lee passes to Green. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Boy, how about the Huskies and the success they found in the tournament over the years? I mean, 4 titles for that program in all, with the first coming in '99. They've been absolutely dominant the past 2 decades.
The Huskies have won the college shootout.
Yeah, I mean, they won as high as the 1 seed back in '99, and then how about in 2014? They were a 7 seed that went all the way to win and cut down those nets. So they have rightly earned every ounce of fear and respect opponents have for them come tournament time.
Day kicks to Joseph. The dish to Splitter. UConn moving that ball around. Keefe, his 3-pointers off the mark.
I'm shocked that it didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
The drive by Green. The rim-rattling 2-handed jam.
He power surged that one down. Wow.
Good term to use. One of the game's top dunkers for sure.
Folks, that's not a petty, not a Manny. That's a facial. No doubt one of the most highly touted players on the floor is Freak. His abilities out on the wing are just phenomenal, and he is one of the few players that can dominate from that position.
And Greg, it takes a special talent to be able to control a game from the perimeter, but Freak is that kind of player. I mean, he can hurt you in so many different ways when he's left one-on-one with the defender, and he's comfortable pulling up or attacking the basket.
A platoon swap here for Kansas. UConn with the ball. On the floor for UConn. We've got Keefe, and it's Splitter in at the 5. Martin dishes to Joseph. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
Well, he knew how many inches he had over the guy. I mean, let's face it, good decision to just rise up and take the jump shot.
There's Green with the 3. Good on the shot. Green's got 7 points in the game.
That's it.
Well, one thing about Kansas is that they love their basketball. Jayhawks have long been synonymous with being a powerhouse college program.
One of the true blue bloods, if you will, in college basketball. I mean, they've been relevant and in contention for a very long time. They were winning titles before any official organization was put in place.
And the Jayhawks with possession. They trail by 1. That'll be just 1 game played away from home for them.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Keith hits them both. Well, you could pick any team in the NBA and name a Husky that played for him at some point. UConn has had a big impact on the NBA.
I mean, UConn has had a lot of NBA talent pass through their school. I mean, it speaks volumes about how well they are able to develop talent and win championships.
Inside, it's deflected. Lee with the ball. Dishes it to Green. Shot from 12, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And, you know, you look at the Huskies, a big part of why they get so many future NBA guys is they recruit very well on the East Coast and around the country, for that matter. They are a premier destination school in the Northeast, and that part of the country loves its hoops.
Martin with the block, and it goes out of bounds. Last time. Hello and welcome back. This is College tuning in. This is Kevin Harlan along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg as we get set for the second half.
Guys, you know, it's been a close one thus far. Both teams have had strong stretches, but neither team has really been able to take control of the game to this point.
And guys, this is kind of like a boxing match, a bit of a feeling out period thus far. The second half, we should see more things open up, and that should benefit star players like Freak, who will get more quality opportunities.
And so in the game for the Jayhawks, Green, he's in at 3. And it's Gaines in at the center position. Keefe passes to Joseph. Gaines plays it up and banks it in. And UConn leads by 6.
And Kansas always seems to be in title contention. I mean, the program does a great job of finding tough players and having a system that fits them best. Rarely are they not a title contender. And one thing about UConn that has been true all throughout their rise as a power, they have always played solid defense. It's something the program really hammers home.
Good on the second free throw. Kansas trails by 7. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
Again, the miss by Green. And Greg, you mentioned UConn moments ago on their defensive pride. Some great defenders, Clark, have come out of that school.
Yeah, you look at Emeka Okafor and Hasheem Thabeet. Both were dominating rim protectors. And even their guards and swingmen get after you defensively.
And you see a lot of players who are very...
You know, on the surface, it might seem questionable to attempt a dunk like that when you're behind. But I think he's just trying to give him a spark.
What a dunk it was.
And he's got that awe factor. Even look at us. We're all sitting here just waiting for when he goes airborne.
Here's Joseph. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
And checking out the game for Green, he has 9 points, and he's put 1 3-pointer on the board.
You know what, though, Clark? It wouldn't be a bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
And the Huskies going with a whole new group out there.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And here's Jennings. Pass to McGuire. He feeds it to Pierce. Now Daniels. Pass to Green. Poked away. And that one goes long. The Huskies leading by 5. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Reed on the mark with the 15-footer.
And defensively, guys, they've lost something since halftime. I mean, they've given up open looks. They've got to buckle down and get some stops here. Play with some urgency.
And Green gets it to go. Green's got 13.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
You're right, Clark. Just continue to pound it in the paint and get those easy points inside.
Out of bounds, Kansas will take possession.
Well, he just didn't make the catch, didn't look the ball into his hands. He must have thought the ball.
Kansas trails by 8.
You know, so often we can forget that these players are student athletes. I mean, Freak does not have that problem. He's an amazing student off the floor and is very dedicated in the classroom.
And how about Freak with a 4.0 GPA, an honor student in high school, and has carried that same work ethic to college as well as he prepares for his games. He truly embodies what it means to be a student athlete.
On the floor for UConn. We've got Pierce, and it's Posey in its small forward. There's a good screen. The try by Jennings. 5 to shoot. From outside the arc. No good. And Kansas the other way now.
Time definitely not on their side.
They need a very quick bucket, a real quick one.
And it's Green missing. The Huskies on offense. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Jennings kicks to McGuire. Goes up the baseline. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
That's good.
Nice job creating for the easy deuce.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the second half. And now they decide to foul intentionally. One shot. Is on the line here.
How about the intensity and focus of the crowd here?
So loud in this place.
One thing with Freak that we know is he makes sure he gets his shots up no matter what. One way or another, he's going to get his workout in, and that's why so many are confident that he'll continue to improve.
Part of it is that he has a twin sister who actually taught him how to play ball. She helped him develop his game and become the player he is today. It's nice to have a sibling willing to help you develop your skill set on the court.
And the Jayhawks making a change here. Daniels is checked in. It's the first, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
The free throws go down, and the lead goes up.
And the Jayhawks with possession. Gaines dishes to Terry, and they go to the intentional foul.
At the line for 2.
One shot, gentlemen.
And he comes up empty, missing the first of the 1-and-1. And so here's Kansas. 6-point game. He dishes it to Green. Good.
I love how he establishes his post position inside before he converts.
And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 6-point ball game.
And that's curtains for him. Some really good work at the charity stripe to close this one out.
And so it's UConn with the win. They seem to relish their role as the bad guy here tonight.
You know, Kevin, I sense that as well. I mean, they really did feed off them. I mean, they turned it around and used it as motivation to close out a significant win.
For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew thanking you for tuning in.